as a trader, I use my technical analysis to put the odds in my favor of those trades working, any trade that I do, right? I'm confident anytime I do get into a trade using my technical analysis that trade is going to work. I'm confident in this because I have journaled all my trades for a long, long time. And I know using my technical analysis, I make up more trades than I lose. That doesn't guarantee you that you're a successful trader, though, because most importantly is once you figure out where you're getting into trades is what to do once you're in that trade. Okay, so trade management. I will never get into a trade, and the first thing I always worry about when I get into a trade is how much money am I willing to lose on that trade. And we're going to have losing trades. Anyone who tells you that it doesn't have losing trades is just plain out lying to you, right? And the internet is full of people who don't have any losing trades. And they're trying to sell you something for $29.95. Trust me, it doesn't work, okay? So the first thing that I do is, and it depends on the stock, and we talk a lot about ATR, the average true range in a stock, how much it moves based on the last 14 5-minute candlesticks when we are day trading. And most of the stocks that I trade, I won't have more than like a 50 cent or $1 stop, depending on the ATR, okay? So when I get into a trade, the first thing I do is put my stop order. If the trade doesn't work and it goes down to my stop, I get out of the trade. Quite frankly, when I am trading and you want to get yourself to this point, there's no difference between a losing trade and a winning trade if you execute both of them properly. One, I'm going to make more money than I was willing to lose when I get into the trade. And two, it's going to limit the amount that I'm going to lose on that trade in every single trade that I get in. I will never blow up a trading account, ever. And there are lots of people out there, and look, I've done this in the past, okay? Before I had my patience and my discipline, I blew up plenty of trading accounts, right? I'm doing this for 35 years. I worked on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for 20 years. And in that 20 years, I really never had to use technical analysis. I was what you call a specialist broker on the floor, and I made the markets in the stocks. So I didn't have to look at charts. I didn't have to look at any of that stuff. I had all the orders in my hands. But once I left the floor of the stock exchange, I very quickly learned that you have to have some kind of plan when you're going to do trades, and that was figuring out some technical analysis. So when I execute a losing trade and I lose a little bit of money, to me, it's the same thing as executing a winning trade, and I make a little more than I was willing to lose. That's number one. So always know your risk and define it before you get into any trade that you do. As a day trader, which is what we concentrate on most, and I do swing trading and I do options trading, I do futures trading, I do a lot of different things in trading. But as a day trader, I will never average into a trade. This is rule number 2, okay? There have been times before I had the patience and discipline where I would buy a stock, it would go down, I would buy a little more stock, it would go down. Before I knew it, I was in a trade where I had a big giant loss, okay? I will never allow that to happen to myself anymore. So I know because I have more winning trades and losing trades that I'm never going to blow up on my trading accounts if I follow that rule, okay? So I don't average into trades. Investing long-term is a different ballgame. We can talk about that another time too, because there's a way to do that also, a right way and a wrong way to do that also, okay? So I'll never average into a stock. If I'm having a bad day and I have 3 losing trades in the same day, I will stop trading, okay? It happens sometimes based on news that comes out in the market, or your technicals just aren't working for whatever reason. I will have a bad day. It happens. It happens to everybody. Again, it's not going to be sizable where I'm going to blow up my trading account. And I'll stop trading. And even more importantly than that is, if I'm having a winning day, and we've all been there, I don't know if anyone here is actively trading, I will never turn that into a losing day. Once I hit or come close to a goal, whatever that is, and I don't even like to trade to have a goal, I just trade and I take whatever the market gives me, okay? And once I get to a certain point where I've had a few good trades in a row, I will not give that money back. I will never turn a winning day into a losing day. And those are really the 4 most important rules, things that you have to know before you even think about trading anything. And it doesn't really matter what you're trading.